Hello. So, I haven't been here in a while. Well, here's my excuses. I've been stuck at uni, studying, socializing, catching up with people, but it's taking up a lot of my time, and I'm sorry to myself, of course, not to you guys. I'm sure you guys haven't missed me, but I've missed talking to my computer. It's a good stress relief, and it's free. Um, Also, I've been helping prepare my sister's 18th birthday, which in my culture is a big thing. There's balloons to inhale, there's flowers to buy, there's dresses to be made. She was stunning. The dances were good. The speeches were heartfelt. Just, it was an enjoyable night, and my highlight of the evening would have been when I made my sister cry. Um, I don't know. I've never had, I made her cry. I was happy I made her cry out of the kindness and lovingness of a big brother can, that only a big brother can. I said some nice words about her, and when I finished my speech and looked at her, she had tears running down her face. And when I gave her a hug, she was crying, and her shoulders were shaking. And I was like, "Oh, you're crying! I made you cry!" It's just me. Like, of course, if I had kids and like my baby's crying, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, it's so cute, it's crying. What could it want?" Of course, no. But when they're 18 and they're crying because of stuff like that, it's cute. So that's why I haven't been on YouTube in a while. Uni and my sister's 18th. But now hopefully I'll be able to make more time for these videos. So yeah, that's where I've been. But I'd also like to take this time now to talk about what's been going on in our world. So everyone knows about the disaster that's been happening in Japan. So not only was there an earthquake and a tsunami, but now they've got the issue with the nuclear power plant going into meltdown or things exploding or something like that. Now, when I say something like that, I'm not brushing off the issue. It's just that there's so much confusion surrounding the issue. No one really knows quite what's going on, which it's fair enough. I don't expect just some Tom Cruise-esque kind of action hero to just walk in and be like, "This is a nuclear reactor. We know what we have to do. Get me this and this and this, and I'll have it patched up." I mean, yeah, it's sad that things like that are happening these days, and people have their theories as to why it's happening. I'm stumped, but I say pray. I'm sure a whole bunch of different religions are praying for the welfare of the Japanese, and which is great. I'm all for prayer, but for something a little more I mean, I pray as well. For something a little more practical, if you guys want to donate, it doesn't have to be monetary donations. From what I've been seeing on the media, some people are reluctant to donate because they're not sure it'll go to the right causes or to the people that need it. Now that's fair enough. Now maybe you can donate in another way. Maybe you should donate to funds such as those organizations that are determined to bring fresh water to those who need it. That's a lot more practical rather than just sending money and hoping the government will do the right things about it. But that's my little spiel about Japan. Try and help them in whatever way you can. Prayer, donations, whichever way. But onto my next topic. Another thing I've been watching online repeatedly is the video of that kid getting owned. The kid deserved it. I'm sorry. Dude, if you're gonna pick on a guy that size, regardless of how many years he's tolerated it, you gotta know he's gonna snap. You have to know he's gonna snap. And when you're a kid that's built like a twig, of course you're gonna snap when he throws you over his shoulder near the plant garden. That's ridiculous. Now it's brilliant that this video is put up online. It does bring to light an issue that we've all kind of been talking about but not doing much. Um, Bullying is very serious. I was bullied when I was younger. I'm not going to deny that. Maybe that explains why I'm a little messed up now, but not all kids that are bullied are messed up. Some of them end up being quite successful. But I mean, you look at both sides. Something's going to be going on in the bully's life for him to be bullying someone. Maybe he just likes the ego of being that person. But at the same time, the kid snapped at him after all these years, and he was the final straw. He was built like a straw as well. But this is my issue with it. I was this video, by the way, is everywhere. It's on YouTube. It's on people's Facebook pages. People are talking about it on the radio, on local news, national news, international people are talking about it. It's been on TMZ. It's been on The View, and I don't doubt Ellen would have had a say in it as well because she's been spearheading that campaign, anti-bullying campaign. So this video was appropriate. this is my 2 cents in it. I heard that the kid that got bullied got 4 days suspension. The kid that did the bullying, who consequently snapped his ankle for being stupid, got 22 days, if my sources are correct. Now, how had it been my way, the kid who got bullied, I would have taken him out of school. Like, I would have taken him out of school, or out of classes at least, had him sit down one-to-one with a counselor or a teacher to talk about this problem, talk to a teacher who cared. Just sit down and tell the kid to pour his heart out to him and try and put him in the right direction and let him know. But now my real issue is the kid who snaps his ankle, the kid who started all this, he gets 20 days of suspension. Now, if you're a bully and you get 20 days off suspension, you're not going to be upset about 20 days missing out on school. If anything, he's going to be happy. I mean, he'll be recovering from a snapped ankle. The school just gave him time to recover. No, I would have given him 1 day off, or even half a day, to go to the hospital, get a cast on that foot, and tell him to come back to school and learn a lesson. He's got to learn a lesson. He has to talk to someone as well. Everyone's just got to start talking, you know? And if I don't know, for me, I always see bullies do what they do because they want to assert their place in school as not so much being the alpha male, but they just want to reaffirm to themselves that they're not at the bottom. Now, if you want to look cool, if you don't want to be at the bottom, you should have made friends with a guy. You know, your peers will respect you for it. And maybe it's the adolescent brain that doesn't quite understand that, but make friends with them. Don't bully them. You'll be a much cooler kid.